Okay, so we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order, and of course, the first item of business is to approve the agenda. Of course, board members, we worked on that today during the workshop, so there are no agenda changes, and so we need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bryant,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Gardner. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. All right, takes us down to Section 3. There are no recognitions, but Section 4, we do have some administrative personnel appointments. And so 4.1 is the appointment of specialist exceptional student education recommended by Superintendent Chambers. Superintendent?
Thank you, Dr. White, School Board. First, I bring before you Ms. Catherine McLean. Ms. McLean was born and raised in New York, where she lived until she attended Elon University in North Carolina. She graduated with a bachelor's in special education and began her teaching career in 2011. In 2015, she moved to Okaloosa County when her husband received orders to be stationed at the 7th Special Forces. Together, they have 3 children, Lucas, John, and Sophia. After teaching for a year in Santa Rosa County as an EBD teacher, she began teaching in Okaloosa County in 2016 at Shoal River Middle School as an EBD teacher. In 2019, she became an ESE instructional coach, where she worked to support curriculum and behavioral-related needs of students, as well as becoming one of our district's safety care QBS trainers to support teachers in learning de-escalation and restraint strategies. In 2020, Ms. McLean switched roles to an ESE staffing specialist, where she continued to support her assigned schools in developing their knowledge and understanding of students with academic and behavioral-related needs and the development of appropriate plans to support those students. She additionally became a certified trauma and resilience specialist through Star Commonwealth and obtained additional de-escalation training and certification through Verbal Judo. Mrs. McLean has worked as a district ESE staffing specialist since 2021, supporting multiple schools with a home base of Richburg School. She has continued to provide safety care QBS training and build tools and resources for many throughout the district. In the spring of 2023, she began her master's program at the University of West Florida. During her master's program, she was elected through a nomination into membership for Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, which is reserved for the top 10% of graduate students through invitation only. She has recently graduated with her master's in educational leadership and looks forward to continuing her work in support of this school district through the ESE department.
Thank you, Superintendent. Colleagues, I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bryant,
I'll second it.
second by Ms. Evanchek. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
Thank you, school board members and Mr. Chambers, for this opportunity. I'd also like to thank Ms. Ard and Ms. Peacock in the ESE office and all of the administrators that I've worked with along the years. I look forward that I get the opportunity to continue working in ESE and supporting everybody who is in need.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Those are support from board and family.
Is this the recommended thing to do here?
Yes.
Oh, like the next one, it says motion by Tim Bryant, second by Marty Gardner. Am I looking at the wrong one?
Yeah, that's already, that's an old.
It's okay, Suzanne, you can go in first.
This is one we're on.
right, so that now brings us to item 4.2, appointment of Assistant Superintendent of Operations, recommended by the Superintendent for approval. Superintendent?
Thank you, Dr. White and School Board. I bring before you Mr. Grant Meyer. Mr. Meyer began his career in education in Okaloosa County, teaching and coaching football and wrestling at Fort Walton Beach High School. In 2001, he transferred to his alma mater, Niceville High School, where he taught social studies and continued coaching. During this time, Mr. Meyer also worked at Lewis Middle School, where he taught and was the head football coach. In 2006, he was appointed as the assistant principal at Niceville High School, where he remained until becoming the principal of Pryor Middle School and later the principal of Destin Middle School, serving a combined 8 years in these roles. For the past 3 years, Mr. Meyer has been the director over district operations, overseeing construction, maintenance, transportation, and food services. He is committed to the success of all students and supports educators throughout Okaloosa County. Mr. Myers holds a master's degree in educational leadership from the University of West Florida. He's married to Amy, who's also a principal in our school district. They have 2 grown sons, Hayden, who is an educator, married to Megan, with a son named Cash, and Harley, a doctor of physical therapy, living in Nashville with his wife, Jenny. Mr. Meyer.
Thank you, Superintendent, and colleagues, I'd like to make this motion, so I'll pass the motion, gavel rather, over to Ms. Evanchek, and I had the great pleasure of having had Grant as a student, along with Dr. Fuller and Dr. Krieger, and so I'd like to make the motion for Mr. Grant Meyer.
Okay, we have a motion. I need a second.
And I would like to second it.
Okay, thank you very much. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, Mr. Meyer, you've got it. Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, board members, Mr. Chambers, I appreciate it. I really don't know where to begin. I am truly, truly honored. Besides a few years in the military, this school district has been my life. My family works in it, and my kids went to school through here, and it is consumed us, and we are so proud to be a part of it. I want to say, at each school that I worked with great people and had a wonderful opportunity at each one of those places and grew. I can't say enough about the schools that I was part of. My job at each one of those, whether it was a teacher or a coach or a vice principal or a principal, was to serve that school and those students and this community. It has flown by. I can't believe I'm really standing here, and I have an opportunity to work with this senior staff who are so committed and passionate about this school district, and we're really headed in the right direction. I want to go back to the administrators that were before me, whether it was school-based, the school board, or the administrators at the school district. I have the ultimate respect for them. They've laid the foundation for this great district that we get to work in and we get to live in. Just so blessed. I will say, following Steve Horton is not an easy
No.
easy thing. He was called the Hall of Famer. I know I lack some of the skills that he had, but I do promise you I am committed and passionate about this school district as he was too, and John and I are both filling those roles. But again, just so blessed. I want to thank my wife and family for being here. We have a lot of conversations around the dinner table about students and schools, and so she's my sounding board, and she's been my big supporter. So I thank you, Mr. Superintendent, and the direction the school district is going. I will work hard for this school district, I promise you. So thank you, guys. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you. Congratulations.
All family and friends.
Come up there and get on the bench.
Yeah, he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like, even up here on top of that. I'll get behind Amy. I want my heels.
Everybody ready? I'm gonna take a couple, so she's smiling. Ready? Here we go. Couple more.
No cheese?
No cheese. You like here? Yeah.
Just want to say one more thing, especially today was the first day of school. I don't recommend board workshops and board meetings on this day.
I
But
agree.
it went very smooth, and I gotta give credit to the people on the operation side of things. So much work has gone into making sure today goes smoothly, and if I don't recognize them and for what they do, you know, I'd be remiss, so I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. All right, so that brings us to item 4.3, appointment of risk management director recommended by the superintendent for approval. Mr. Chambers.
Thank you, Dr. White, School Board. I bring before you Ms. Sarah Cato. Ms. Cato brings 11 years of experience from the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, where, as a Human Resources Associate and Benefits Supervisor, she honed her skills in benefits management, self-funded insurance administration, customer service, and finance. She holds a bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in human resources management and an associate's degree in business. She also holds a Society of Human Resources Management Certified Professional Certification, SHRM. Raised in a military family, Ms. Cato has had the unique opportunity to live across the United States, but she proudly calls Florida home. Her diverse background, rich human resources experience, and commitment to community service has equipped her with a strong foundation in problem solving and effective communication, which she is eager to contribute to our school district. Ms. Cato.
Colleagues, I need a motion, please.
I would be honored to make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Bryant,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Gardner. Any discussion? Hearing none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, board members. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Mr. Chambers. I appreciate you. I do want to say thank you for having me and letting me be part of the school district. It's a little bit of a shift going from a sheriff's office to another public sector, but you know, to me, we're still taking care of our community and our people regardless, and that's what I'm excited about. I do want to thank my son Sam for being here with me today, and also my team. We have Krista, Kwanzi, and Ann, and then Miss Lindsay from the HR department as well. So I just want to say thank you again. I appreciate you.
Thank you and congratulations.
Yeah, I just don't want to make you also hold that.
Oh.
Sam.
There we go. Yeah, let me put my arm up.
All right.
Yeah, where would you like?
I'm on this side.
You're good. I forgot you. You're fine.
Take a couple, smiling.
I think we'll just call about a minute and a half recess. So we'll reconvene this meeting, and we'll move to Section 5, public comment. Ms. Mary, I don't think we have any cards, do we? All right, takes us down to Section 6, committee and staff reports. We had those at the workshop, bringing us to consent agenda, and there are no changes there. So I need a motion to approve the consent agenda, please.
I'll move it.
Motion by Ms. Evanchak,
Second.
second by Mr. Heinley. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. All right, so scroll on down now. It was a long one. And we come to Section 8, the Superintendent's Human Resources Recommendations. 8.1 and 8.2 are information items only. 8.1, employees on administrative leave, and then 8.2, deferred retirement option program. 8.3 is an action item. It's the out-of-field report for the 2024-2025 school year, presented by Ms. Duran and recommended by the superintendent. So I need a motion.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bryant,
Second.
second by Ms. Evanchek. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. 8.4, employment separations, presented by Dr. Hale and recommended by the superintendent. Need a motion.
I'll move it.
Motion by Ms. Gardner,
Second.
second by Mr. Heinley. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. 8.5, personnel recommendations, presented by Dr. Hale and recommended by the superintendent.
I'll move it.
Motion by Ms. Evanchek,
Second.
second by Mr. Bryant. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. 8.6, employee transfers, presented by Dr. Hale and recommended by the superintendent.
I'll move it.
Motion by Ms. Gardner,
Second.
second by Mr. Bryant. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. 8.7, leave without pay, presented by Dr. Hale and recommended by the superintendent.
I'll move it.
Motion by Ms. Evanchek,
Second.
second by Mr. Heinley. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. All right, no items on discussion. Section 10, construction program owners' representatives business. Any report tonight, Mr. Bryant?
No, sir. We did not have a meeting.
Yep.
It's going to be on September 12th.
And I think you promised us a long one next time. All right. Attorney's business, Mr. Attorney?
No report tonight.
All right. Superintendent, your business, sir?
Thank you, Dr. White, and as you know, provided information this morning on several different topics, but I will say, and you kind of alluded to it also this morning, first day of school, get them to school, feed them, get them home, and that went well. Had the opportunity to go to several schools after the workshop, and the thing that I was most impressed with was how happy folks were. And when I say folks, not only our employees, but the students, and it was just neat to see. It was a great first day, and just want to share with families, even with a great first day, there's always things where we can continue to get better at. And just as we continue to go through processes, each day it'll get smoother and smoother. And but overall, just very happy with this first day.
Excellent, sir. Thank you. All right, that brings us to board members' business and announcements and requests for information. Mr. Heinley, sir, I'll start with you this evening.
I have nothing.
All right, Ms. Evanchek?
I want to add one thing that I didn't bring up today. I wanted to mention that a week or so ago, there was a Crestview community event held at Carver Hill on a Friday night that I attended along with Dr. Hale and Ms. Lamb. And it was a great event. I want to mention that Mr. Chapman and Dr. Seals did a great job in organizing that. Big turnout, gave away a lot of school supplies. We got to get up and speak on each of our section of things, and they gave away some Chromebooks. It was really, I see Ms. Lamb, it was very well attended, very exciting, and I appreciate them invited me to be a part of that, and it was very good. I'm glad that we do that. We need to continue doing those community outreach. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Evanchek. Mr. Bryant?
No report tonight, sir.
All right, Ms. Gardner?
I don't have anything extra.
Okay, thank you,
Addition?
ma'am. I know you gave us some items today. Well, I have some good news, and that regards my grandson Braden, who is in second grade at Destin Elementary, and I told him that I would report to you today, after we spoke to him this evening, that he had a great first day. And so, Mr. Meyer, please report that around the dinner table, as you alluded to earlier tonight, and let Ms. Meyer know. It's always a good thing when kids have a good first day, because it kind of sets everything up for the year. And superintendent and staff and faculties around the whole district, we appreciate all of you so much for everything that you've done to get us a good start to the school year. All right, that's all I have. Colleagues, anything else here? Mr. Attorney, we're good? Well, no, we're not good, okay? So let's go to section 14. Ms. Mary, we have no yellow cards, is that correct? All right, okay. Now, anything else from staff? Anyone? Last chance. Meeting is adjourned.